All
So I got a
right.
story to tell you, man. Let me tell you this story, okay? So this is this was the night that a bunch of I don't know, like it was like a bunch of stuff went down, but it was like all in my head. You know what I mean?
hmm
So it was like nothing really happened. I was just at home. Everything was fine. Well, I think I can't really remember what happened. So I know that the night before I had had like maybe like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So I was like very sleep deprived. Couldn't sleep the day during the day though because I had like stuff going on and things like that, right? So I was like
hmm
really sleep deprived. And then I had happened to like been taking a lot of melatonin every night, but I decided I wanted to quit it, right? And so that night, I'm already sleep deprived. I decided I'm not going to take my melatonin and I couldn't sleep. And so
hmm
then like I started like everything weird stuff started happening. Like things were like flying in and out of my vision, like little things. It'd be like I would like in the corner of my eye, if like a bottle of like a can of soda is there, it would like
Yeah.
fly in. It would like fly in. And I'd look over there and it'd be sitting there, like it always was, but it would look like it had like flown in. It was just like weird stuff like that was happening. Then I started like thinking crazy things. I started like thinking about like how like my desire, and I feel like everyone has this, but like my desire to like look and act and like be perceived a certain way has really held me back in life a lot.
Yeah, I
Um
feel that. I feel that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like you can't be your true self if you're trying to live up to other people's expectations, and that's kind of like the vibe that I was on. Um and I just like thought to myself like I need to like stop that like really bad. And like the biggest thing to me had always
hmm
been like so when growing up as like a teenager, like especially in my younger teenage years, but then like really from like the time I was 13 until like 18 or maybe like 17, I had like really, really, really bad acne. Like very bad. Like like you in your high school class, there was that like two or three boys that had like really bad
Yeah,
acne.
I remember.
That
Yeah.
one of them was me. So in
Damn.
my school, it
hmm
was like that bad. In fact, I had the worst acne in my whole class. But it was a small class. It was like 30 kids. But and they just like really like it really held me back. Like because I just like felt like I had to like hide my face, especially when I was having a particularly bad breakout. And so
hmm
like I was very antisocial. In fact there were just times like that I would get invited to something and I wouldn't go many times just because my acne was really bad.
Wow.
Um and so like that night I was just thinking about it and I was like, I mean, there's so many things I could have done. I mean, there were times where there was girls that like I was talking to, like we were talking, and I know that she had an interest in me, but I just fumbled it because of my self-image. You
Your
know what I mean?
self-image. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were
And
probably like looking past it. Like,
they were looking past it. Yeah, they were willing to see me for who I was, my personality or whatever, mumbo jumbo, but I like I just like I just I don't know. I kind of just like cock blocked myself, I guess. But what I'm trying to get towards is that night I just like thought about it and I got like really passionate about it. And I was like, I need to like I need to like do some hardcore exposure therapy. And so I have this like really strict skincare routine where every night, and it's changed a lot over the years. I've discovered things and figured things out, but this has
mhm.
been working for me for like the past like 5 years or 6 years. Every night, I use like a face cleanser, and then I cover my face in this like I think it's called a retinoid cream. It's called like
Yeah.
adapalene gel, and that really helps. And then I do a moisturizer, and then I'm done every night. Um, and like I was like decided at that point that night, I was like so tired. I was like, dude, I'm done. I'm not doing my skincare routine. And I got like I was like so mad at myself about it. I literally
hmm
got onto the bathroom floor after my shower and rubbed my face on the floor. I'm not even joking. I was just rubbing my face on the dirty bathroom floor where people walk with their bare feet, dude. And I was like, I'm going to break out. I'm breaking myself out. And like in like a literal and a metaphorical sense. You know what I mean?
Oh, like of doing the routine.
Breaking out of like my care for
Oh,
how
or
I look.
caring. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. You're just like, I don't give a
And
fuck
I'm
about
literally gonna
this.
break out. Yeah.
That's
Like I'm
crazy.
gonna break out. And but
Yeah.
like But guess what, dude? I quit my skincare routine and my skin has never looked better. Like, I don't know
It
why.
was that's weird, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
wonder
wash my
why.
face anymore. I don't wash my face and I break out. I literally break out way less. Way less. What I do is I like every
Mhm.
shower, I end it in like a freezing cold shower. Has nothing to do with my skincare routine and I like scrub my face with my hands, but I don't use soap. I don't use anything like that. I never
Yeah.
moisturize my skin and it looks really good and it like feels better too. And I feel like it's just better for me because all of those chemicals probably weren't good
Yeah.
anyways, you know?
Dude, that's good. That's good to hear. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
It was a
definitely I
weird
had acne
night.
too, but it wasn't like that bad. Like there were I remember just a lot of kids that it was like really bad, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was just like an example of like I felt like I was hyper sane. Like even looking back on it, yeah, I was sleep deprived. I was going a little crazy, but like that was a very
You
like
were clear.
that's the type of thought. Yeah, like I had clarity in that moment. I was like a normal person wouldn't think like that because they want
Mhm.
to boost self-image, you know, but I was just like I need in order to boost my self-image, I have to destroy it, you know? Like I
Yeah,
have
you're
to
like
like
this doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like
yeah.
my self-image should come from not how I look, but from who I am, you know, I guess. That's kind of like the vibe I was on. I had a lot of other crazy stuff happen that night too, a lot of like decisions I made and things I thought about. Um,
Wow, dude.
I decided that, dude, I decided that night I deleted Tinder too and Bumble, and I decided like I'm not having casual sex like at all ever.
Mhm.
Like just not gonna do that. I decided that wasn't for me
That's
and it's not
good.
gonna
Yeah.
help me. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I feel the same. Like I've never really been a casual sex type of person.
Yeah.
And like whenever I try it, I just get or when I did try it, I would always get like these internal red flags, like don't do it or like
Yeah.
yeah. Did you ever get those like when you're messing around with someone like you're not supposed to be and you're just like this you're just getting like internal signals like not to like do it. Like
Yeah. I don't know. I
yeah.
didn't really have that experience that much, but I know what
Oh,
you
okay.
mean. I mean, like I sometimes, yeah, sometimes it depends on like who it was, you know? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and like how I felt about the situation in the moment, I guess. But I know what you're saying because there's definitely was a time or two where it was like, and it's not that I felt like I was doing something wrong, but it was just like, um, more like me like thinking to myself like I don't really care about this person like that, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm worried they might for me, you know?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like I felt like it was like kind of messed up in a sense. But like,
Yeah. You never know until you like talk about it.
yeah,
You know.
not but like I always like make very, very like me personally, I make very clear like I'm very clear about how things are, you
Okay.
know?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so like there was no need for the conversation, but that doesn't mean like that there aren't going to be feelings anyways from someone, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because those change.
We aren't logical beings, like we're emotional beings, you know.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to that, for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was a
Um,
good conversation about how do we where do we go from fragility, fragile is it fragility? Is that how you say it?
fragility. Yeah.
Human life to everything, yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. Life is so fragile.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time you get in the car, it's crazy how like dangerous car. Dude, okay, I had a kind of a scare this week, or like a little bit about like a death scare. Not really, but a
Okay.
cat. I got bit by a cat and I got like freaked out. I was like, am I gonna get rabies, you know? And I still don't know. The verdict is still out. I really hope I don't, you know,
Mhm.
like really, really bad. But we looked it up and the chances are like really, 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 really low. There hasn't been a single cat to human transmission of rabies in like since 1960. And so The chances are like really, really low. Wait. They're not like as low as it would seem. Like you hear that and you're like, oh, I'm good. But then I learned
Yeah.
that like apparently 1% of cats they test in the US have rabies. It's like theoretically it's a one
Oh,
in,
okay.
but the
But it
thing is
might just because they have it doesn't mean it's gonna transfer it, though, I
no, well, yeah, that's true. But also, I think that a lot of I think one reason it might have never happened is because most of the time when people get bit by a rabid cat, they just get the vaccine. They just get treated for it. But I'm not really going to because like we looked it up and apparently if you watch the cat for 7 to 10 days and it
Mhm.
doesn't show rabies signs, you're fine. And it's my neighbor's cat. And so we're just gonna kind of watch him like side eye. I'm gonna try not to. I might tell my neighbors next week the situation and be like, "Hey, is your cat good? Have you seen him? Does he look healthy?
Yeah,
Is he like wobbling and like biting people, or like trying to, or being aggressive?
yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
But rabies is terrible too. It's like 100% fatality rate,
No, I don't know. I barely know like anything about it.
dude. Rabies is such a scary disease. It's 100. There's like 14 people that I've been known to survive rabies. Like once they're symptomatic, but once you're symptomatic,
Wow.
100% fatality, like 99.9, whatever percent
Mhm.
fatality rates. It's like insane. And like the other scary thing about it is that you can get bit by like a bats carry it the most often, but you can get bit by something
Mhm.
that has rabies and not die or get symptoms until like years later. There's been documented
Wow.
cases of people getting bit and then not having rabies until like a year later. And then it's like just a
And
terrible
it's like
death
way
because
too late.
oh, well, yeah. I mean, once you're showing symptoms to the point, like it's too late. You can
Mhm.
get treated for it before you have symptoms, but once you start showing symptoms, you're basically dead.
Mhm.
You're like, and it's really scary. Like the way you die is just like horrific, dude. It's horrific. Like you just like you lose your vision. I mean, like everything just goes bad. Like you stop being able to like walk and like talk and then you start having like hallucinations. You start getting like
That's
I think
crazy.
I think you're just like in pain and like you start getting aggressive and I don't know. It's like if you looked at someone like maybe going through dementia and like some other combined with a lot of other really bad diseases and you just
Mhm.
like made it like in a time lapse, so it's like 24 hours instead of like 2 years.
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
crazy. Yeah, sounds really
But
bad.
well, you die in like a week, I think. I think it's like 7 days, but
Yeah,
it's just
that's not that
terrible.
long, but yeah, that's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a virus too. I didn't even know
Mhm.
that, but I guess that makes sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, if I die of rabies, this clip is going viral.
Yeah, it would. It would like
It
be on the
would.
news for sure.
Guy
Yeah.
talks about rabies on podcast, but like 7 days before he dies. Please, God, no.
Yeah, I think you'll be good.
I should be right. 1960 is pretty far, pretty
It's like
long
20,
ago.
no,
60, 60
60
years. Yeah,
years, 63
yeah,
years now.
yeah. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, my luck is pretty bad, but hopefully it's not that bad, right? It'll be
I don't think your
terrible.
luck is that bad.
Dude, my luck is terrible. Dude, my luck is really bad, okay? I'm serious. Like, nah, dude, it's bad. Okay, well, no, it's pretty bad. I can't even talk about it, man.
Okay, we
A
won't
lot of,
talk about it
I was
then.
born into bad circumstances. It's just, I've had a lot of bad things happen to me. And
Oh, yeah,
like,
you told me. I mean, I think I know a little bit, but we
yeah,
don't have to talk about it. Um,
no.
what what are what are some I wanted to ask you this, like what are some of your favorite podcasts like right now? Like what are you
Mm.
listening to right now?
Dude,
Or books or
I'm
like
not listening to
anything.
a single podcast or reading any
Really?
books. Nah, man.
Okay.
I just like think about I just like my like when I'm trying to like entertain myself, I do things that are like mindless. I like right now I'm really into Rocket League. And I was just
Mhm.
watching this really stupid show, like Family Guy dumb show called Solar Opposites. It's made by like the same guy who made Rick and Morty or
Okay.
makes Rick and Morty.
Mhm.
But like that's the kind of stuff I do because like my job and like what I do as in
Yeah.
like starting this company is like really brain intensive work. And so like
Mhm.
when I'm trying to chill, I just do nothing. I like put my brain on like the back burner, you know? So like podcasts, books, all that stuff, I don't really do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think of my mom is similar. Like she's a nurse and she
Hmm.
like some people with like really intense jobs where they're like thinking a lot, like they don't like for their entertainment, they just want to like watch some like mindless shit, you
Exactly.
know?
Yeah.
But
And
like
like my
for me,
brain is, what were you gonna
yeah.
say?
But like for me, where my job is like, I'm in sales and I'm not really like thinking that hard. Not to
Hmm.
say that it's like there's nothing to it, but I feel like I'm not really doing like intense like, you know, puzzles. Like I'm not solving like problems intensely.
Yeah.
Like I'm sort of just like talking to people and stuff, but like I feel like I like hunger to like learn, after work. Like I want to learn
Dude, I
something.
feel like
Like
everyone has a desire to learn. You should learn.
yeah.
You should try to teach yourself something. Learn
Yeah,
something,
dude, I've
man.
been learning French, dude. I've been studying it. I've been like I have like note cards and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I'm learning. It's
Bonjour.
pretty fun. Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Baguette. Wait, that's Italian.
No, baguette is French, but like
Oh,
this
but
is
this is
Italian.
Italian. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Croissant.
Croissant,
Croissant.
yeah.
Croissant. Yeah, but French is cool. I would learn
Yeah, it's
Spanish
really
personally,
cool.
but French is cool. French is cool. And
Yeah,
like
I want to learn some Spanish too, just because I feel like I should,
just learn French and then try to learn
and then learn
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, learn one or the other. Don't split your time because if you split your time, you're just gonna end up being crappy at both, you know? You know what I
Honestly,
mean?
I feel like it works better when I
Really?
when I split my time with languages because you see the
Hmm.
similarities and your brain like links them up
That makes sense. Yeah. I guess
because
that
they're
makes
so
sense.
similar.
You just like, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not like it's different ways of saying the same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Literally.
And like you see the similarities between like the languages that you're learning, and then it like connects and
Dude,
it
I
like
was
helps
always
solidify it, dude. Like,
I know what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah. I was always
yeah.
so bad at learning Spanish or any language other than English. Even English I was pretty bad at.
Mhm.
What about you? Do you think like you're above average?
I don't think I'm above average. I mean, in school, I definitely didn't get like good grades in like foreign
But did you
language.
try?
I think I just didn't try because back then I didn't like appreciate it. But I think if I
Hmm.
went back, I would do like really well because like now I'm like interested in it, you
Are you
know?
doing like Duolingo?
No, I don't do Duolingo. I have Rosetta Stone and then I just
Oh.
self-study.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Duolingo is pretty good though. Have you tried it?
I haven't used it.
Dude, try it. Try it. Try it, dude. It's good. And I don't know if it's as good as Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is like the real deal, right?
Rosetta Stone is really good. I mean, it's the only one that I've used, so it's hard to make a comparison, but
How
I
does it
think it's
work?
like professional. It incorporates like you sort of go through, like it has like 24 languages on it, and then you sort of
Hmm.
go through and like it starts from like square one, like from how to say like hello and like goodbye.
Is it
And
just
then
like an audio thing? Do you just like listen to it?
the good thing about it is it's audio, it's pictures, and
Hmm.
it's like voice. So like you actually have to like talk into it, and then it like listens to how you say it, and then it like checks it off if you like say it right. If you don't say it right, it like makes you say
Hmm.
it again. So you actually have to like speak with it,
Definitely need
like
that in
into
French
it.
because
Yeah.
croissant is hard to say.
Yeah, and it really helps too because it has like the pictures and it tries to do the only thing it doesn't have is like long form writing. But
Hmm.
maybe that's just because I didn't get like far enough in it to where it's like giving me stuff like that.
Yeah, you probably have to get further.
Yeah, it's giving me like objects and like it's like different groups of people and it's like we, she, and then it's like
Yeah,
it'll be like an egg or something or like what
dude.
color is this or some shit. Like it's just
You
like
know what?
it's like feels
You
like
know,
you're in first grade again. Like
yeah. No, I know what
yeah.
you mean. Listen, you know what pissed me off about learning Spanish in school? I felt like I worked so hard and I
Mhm.
was already bad. And so it was like hard to even learn this stuff. I worked so hard. to learn like present tense, and they just tell me there's like 10 more tenses, you know? And I gotta learn 10
Oh
more
yeah,
tenses. I literally
yeah.
hate that. I actually
I
would
hate
rather
that.
it be like they like go over every single they like teach the tenses and the grammar first, and then you kind of learn how, you know what I mean?
Then the
I'd rather
words.
I'd rather learn every single way to say like I watch TV, I watched TV, like I will watch TV. You know what I mean? I have been
Okay, I see.
watching TV. I'd rather learn like every way to say
And then you could just
something.
plug in a different word.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'd rather learn that before learning like, oh, this is what these words are.
Yeah,
Does that make
for
sense?
real. You know, that makes a lot, dude. I think that's like better. I
Oh,
really
okay,
think
cool.
that's better.
That's interesting that you
I
agree
don't
with
think
that.
because a lot of words are like easy, dude. Words are like nouns and like objects are like the easiest part of like any
You'll just pick that
language.
up
Yeah,
naturally,
you just pick that
anyways.
up, dude.
Yeah, they
The
should
hard
just. I
shit
feel
is
like
like
they just need.
how to like yeah, like the tenses, the conjugations.
Yeah.
That stuff is
And they, if
hard.
they, I want it to be more focused on that and then like put the
Hmm.
words in the back burner. I don't need to know how to say audio or video. I mean, just
Because
teach
it's the
me the
fucking
like,
same, dude. It's like the same.
teach me 10 words and then I'll learn all of the tenses and the grammar from those 10 words and then I'll
Hmm.
expand my vocabulary. That's how I'd rather do it,
Yeah,
honestly.
that makes a lot more sense, dude.
We should start a company. That's what we're gonna
A
do.
company, yeah, yeah.
We're gonna learn like 10 languages and then be like become the gurus of this and be like, hey, this is how we learned 100 languages in 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people like that on YouTube. But
Oh,
like
I know.
there's this one dude on YouTube. I think I forgot his name. I think it's like Steve Kaufman or something like that. I don't know his exact name, but he does like he's like a polyglot and he tells you like he talks about like language learning and like he
Mm.
sort of says like sort of like something along the lines of like what you just described to me. Like he's like you'll acquire words like naturally. It's more important to like listen to things and like
The
no,
structure.
yeah, the structure and like it's okay if you don't get everything. And he also talks a lot about like watching shows or like reading books or like something where you're just exposed to like the language in its like natural way, and like a work of art or like a movie or like a novel or something where you're just like forced to like sort of like interpret it in a natural way. And he's like, it's okay if you don't know what it means, but if you know, like he's like, if you know like 10% of it, 20% of it, like just keep going. Like you don't have to stop and figure out every word. Like just keep on going and like study on the side and then just like keep on like watching the movie or watching the show, and then you'll just slowly pick up like different things and like solidify. Like
Yeah.
he's like, don't spend so much time on like nailing like every single spelling or like every single like little word and stuff like that. He's like, just like find an enjoyable way to like learn it where you're like absorbing it and like taking it in, because that's how like babies learn. Like babies are like, they're learning in real time, like they're like touching things or like watching stuff. Like he's like, you have to like do it like that where it's like a part of your experience. Like
Yeah. No, I
yeah,
agree. That sounds like the right way to go about it. I mean, I feel like learning is just easier when you enjoy it anyways, you know?
yeah, for sure.
Definitely. It's not something I feel. I know that. Like that's a fact, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've experienced it firsthand. I really like enjoyed learning computer science and I think it propelled me to exploring it on a very deep level and I still enjoy it and I'm still learning, you know?
Hmm.
So I'm
For
learning about
sure.
some really cool stuff right now, dude. About like how to make like scalable so like if you made like I could like make Instagram an Instagram app in like maybe like 2 months that would like look and act basically just like Instagram. It'd probably have to miss a couple features like maybe like live Instagram live wouldn't be there. Maybe like the search functionality wouldn't be there, but everything else would be there.
Hmm.
But the issue is that if I did it that like in 2 months, first of all, the code would be like really crappy because I would just like run through it, you know, and it'd just be terrible quality and no one else would be able to read it. It wouldn't be maintainable. But a bigger issue would be scalability. Like there's a whole science behind making an application that can scale to millions of users very quickly. And like,
Hmm.
if I made an Instagram app like that in like 2 months, I just dedicated all my time to it, it would be totally unscalable. And like, you would never be able to scale it ever. It would never be able to scale. It would have to be completely redone.
So is
Isn't that
scaling
interesting?
like the ability to have more users? Like what exactly is
Yeah.
scaling?
Yeah. It's the ability to just like process more data. So like you have two, this is like a really, I'll give you like a really brief overview. You have two ways of scaling. You have what's called vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling is just making the computer bigger. It's just making the computer juicier. So like every single application that you run is on a server, right? So when you're getting onto Instagram, it's it's on the cloud, but the cloud is just a computer. It's just computers that are around the world. That's all it is. It's just a network of computers. And if you want to vertically scale, you just make those computers more powerful. Horizontal scaling is adding more computers. So it's having like two
Yeah.
computers work together or three computers work together, right? Does it
Mhm.
make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that you can make anything can vertically scale, like any old application, no matter how crappy the code is, it can vertically scale. You can always make a computer more powerful. It's horizontal scaling that's the issue. And the problem is that you can't vertically scale beyond a certain point. It's just not possible.
Mhm.
Like Instagram, Facebook can't be run on one computer. There's no computer in the world that's powerful enough to run all of Facebook at once. And even if it was, it would be so much more expensive than the solution they have right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I guess like in the future, theoretically, like there could be a computer that would do
Oh,
that.
well, yeah, like yeah, like maybe like hmm. No, you know why? You know why it's not gonna happen? Because the more so there's like this we are like computers are evolving and getting better and more powerful constantly, right?
Mhm.
But the thing is that as our computers get more powerful, our app the hunger that our applications have grows as well. Does that make sense? So like in like 19 in like 2005, like the biggest computer application, the biggest like application that was out there was like MySpace, and that was like really simple. You could probably like run the entire MySpace on like a single ICBM computer. That's like costs like $50,000. Like a $50,000 computer of today's
Mhm.
time could run like all of MySpace, you know?
Yeah.
But like nowadays, because our like need has grown, because our power has grown, our needs have grown as well. And it's going to constantly be like that. Like TikTok, for example, like introduced this whole, I mean, really Instagram did it too, but TikTok kind of like made a level up, introduced a whole new need for like data analytics. I mean, they do so
Yeah.
much data processing on every single time you watch a video. They're recording how long you're watching that video. They're literally recording how long you watch that video so they can see if it's the type of video that you want to see more of, you know,
Yeah, like the exact amount of time and like how
exact amount
long
of
you stay
time.
on it, like
No, get
impacts like
this,
how much they feed like the
Ron.
other video.
It's really deep. It's deeper than just that. They profile you based upon they just called collaborative filtering. I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure that they do this. Like this is a pretty standard thing. And what it does is it like I don't understand like I would have to look at the article like that I was reading about it to be able to explain it really good. But they like compare you to every other user that watches this video. And then
Oh,
if you like this video, they'll say, okay, what other videos did people like who liked this video? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Does that make sense? So like if you like a video about cats, they'll go and look at what other people liked about that video, what they like, and they'll try to send that to you. And they try to find people that are like you. And then if they find someone that's similar to you and has similar interests, they know that that's like, oh, we can show
This
Ron this video.
this base of people like these
Yeah.
types of
It's
people.
so
That's
complex, dude.
crazy,
But like
dude. The
it's so
science that
complex.
goes into that.
Yeah.
the
that's what I'm saying. Like
algorithms, like
in 20 years, yeah, our computers will be super powerful, but our needs are just gonna grow insanely too. Um, yeah, our needs are gonna grow a lot too. I don't really know though. It's a good question. Like, will social media like I don't know if it could get any further. Like you might be right. Like maybe in 100 years there'll be a computer. Maybe you could run all of Facebook on a single
mhm.
laptop. Who knows? I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude, I think what is gonna send it over, and like sort of why I actually agree with you, is like maybe, like there's gonna be, you know, AR shit. There's gonna be like,
Oh,
AI stuff,
yeah,
and
no,
like
for
imagine how
sure.
big that's gonna be. Like
Oh
how
my God,
much
you're right. Yeah, totally. That's
like
that's true. Yeah, like social media is like gonna be so different in like 100 years.
dude,
Like you're gonna get like on your social media and you're gonna be like looking at your friends and like it's gonna be like
like in
put
real
your
life.
headset on. Yeah, it's like in real life. All of a sudden, yeah, pretty
Oh
much.
my
That's gonna be
god.
social media. That's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, dude, like you're just gonna hang out with people, like you're gonna go on Instagram, you're gonna like invite them to like a room like this, but they're gonna actually be there or something. Like
Yeah, dude, I
that's
can't. That's
crazy.
gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So speaking of like I recently got. I was on the wait list for like a few weeks, but I recently got invited to like Bing chat.
Bing
You know,
chat. Okay.
yeah, like Bing AI chat. It's
Yeah, I've
so
heard
it's so
about it.
it's
Yeah.
so cool because now I can like now I don't have to log in to get to Chat GPT. I can just like open up the Bing app on my phone and instantly talk to the world's most powerful AI. You know,
Oh,
it's so
that's
cool.
dude, I would love that, dude. I think on my phone would be so much better for that.
Dude,
Like,
look, so there's Bing.
yeah.
So you click on Bing, boom. Now I'm in the chat with the AI.
Right there.
Yep.
Oh, so I can do that, but I have to join the wait list if I
Yeah,
do.
if you get on the Bing app, you can click that button, but it's gonna say like join waitlist, you know.
Okay.
But I joined the waitlist like the day it came out, or like one of the days it came out. I think you can get on it faster if you like set Microsoft Edge and Bing as your like default search engines. But
Of course.
yeah, no, dude, they know what they're doing. They're
They
marketing.
fucking know, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Google's shaking in its boots. It's so
I
scary.
heard about that. Yeah, because they have, AI chat is the next frontier with this
Oh, dude, yeah, no one's
uh,
gonna be using like. I mean, people will still use
for
conventional
searches.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the cool thing about Bing Chat is way better than ChatGPT is that it actually searches the internet for you, compiles the information, and then shows you the sources that it got that information from. Isn't that crazy?
That's cool.
Look, ask a
That's
question.
cool.
Like ask a complex question that would require looking something up, you know?
What is the optimum temperature for eggplant parmesan?
Damn, that's really specific. You came up with that fast.
I'm probably
I don't know how
hungry,
to
so I'm like
spell.
thinking about food.
I'm really bad at spelling. I did not know how to spell Parmesan. Parmesan.
Parmesan, I think.
Dude, you got it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I would have never got that, bro. I don't even. What is eggplant parmesan, dude?
It's like an Italian dish. It's like an eggplant with like Parmesan cheese and like sauce.
Mm. Dude, it gave me three different sources and then said you should preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and transfer all of the eggplant parmesan to an oven-proof dish. And the sources are nachomamasgrilledcheese.com, which is probably a site for recipes, bonappetit.com, and allrecipes.com. Isn't that crazy though?
Interesting.
All three of those websites agree on 350 degrees.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
And they
like
just
what
like
if
did that instantly, you know?
yeah. So it's like a better search engine.
Just way better. Because
Yeah.
it like gives you the actual results of what you're exactly looking for. If you looked up what's the optimal temperature for eggplant parmesan on the internet right now, it would might show some eggplant recipes, but then you have to actually go into the recipe and look for the recipe, like the oven temperature or whatever, you know?
Hmm.
But like this gives you the actual answer that you're looking for, you know? It's really
Yeah.
good for technical questions and research purposes. You know, if you have something you're researching for a research paper or something, you know.
Cool, yeah. I think I'm gonna get that probably.
Dude, you should get
Sounds
on the
good.
wait list, bro. Just get on, look at Bing.com right now and try to click on the chat, and then you'll type
Hmm.
your email in. It's
Hmm.
easy. Yeah,
For sure.
it's nice.
Cool. Well, I think we should probably head out soon. I
Bring it to a
know.
close.
Yeah, we
Dude,
should
we
bring
gotta
it to
go
a
full
close.
circle
Yeah.
though. How are we gonna do this? We gotta full circle.
Yeah.
Fragility or something, man.
Fragility. What? I don't know. I don't know what to ask. I guess like what's one thing that you do to make yourself anti-fragile? Have you
Anti-fragile.
heard of that?
Building resilience. Is that what
Yeah,
you
building
mean?
resilience. Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
don't know, man. That's a good question. Something I want to actually focus on more. I think that like you just gotta like keep pushing through. Like don't give up ever on anything, you know?
Mhm.
Especially not big picture things. Like if it's okay, I guess, to give up on like you overcook dinner, might as well give up and go out to eat, you know? Sometimes it's okay to give
Yeah.
up, but I think that like in terms of bigger picture things, like your sales thing, you know, you're gonna
Mhm.
experience setbacks. You're gonna experience people that don't want to talk to you. People you're gonna experience people that reject you right away. But don't give up, you know, and you just gotta have that
On
mindset.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. Real for real. No cap.
Yeah, dude.
But no, that's what
Yeah,
I feel
dude.
like it is, you know. And I try. That's what I'm
Mhm.
trying to, something I'm trying to apply to my life right now. Um, I feel like something that really helps with that mindset is like having a genuine passion for it and enjoying what you're doing, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Enjoying what you're doing, believing in what you're doing, believing that what you're doing is honorable and not stupid, it matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Not stupid.
Because I think
Yeah.
sometimes we get down on ourselves, like we're like, "Oh, this is dumb that I'm doing this. Why did I choose
Hmm.
this? Like, there's so many better
Yeah.
things I could be doing." But like, don't think like that. Just trust that like what you're doing matters. Like what you're doing is like
Yeah.
gonna
Or
help
maybe like
people. And
maybe those thoughts aren't always bad. I mean, you
yeah,
gotta look in yourself and ask yourself, do I like what I'm doing too, you know? But if
yeah,
you decide to do something, it's the point at which you commit to do something that starts applying. What you're saying applies. Like, you know,
mhm.
if you commit, like, I'm gonna do this sales thing, then if you have those thoughts, like, oh, this is stupid, you
You
know,
committed.
you committed. So shut the fuck up, you
Yeah, like
know.
just finish it. Then
Put your head down and
you could
do it.
reevaluate, but do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you decided that it was what you were gonna do, and you decided that for a reason. So,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, let's try not to be fragile this week.
for sure. Let's win.
Win, man.
Yeah, only W's.
Only dubs.
All
All right. Well,
right,
it was
dude.
good seeing you, man.
Yeah, it was a good talk.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching so much, and we'll probably be back in a couple weeks.
Peace out.
All right, peace.
All right. Well, we got a minute.